Happy Sunday. Here is your style appetizer for the week. So, we are in this conversation of light. You know, last week's was light. This week's is light too. Why? I'll tell you why. When I was a little girl, and many of you may have heard this story, and if not, I'm going to just repeat it for those of you who are new to this conversation. Look at the light coming out of my head. Light as in light, and as in the lights that are on the walls, and as in the lights that are in our lives, the light that's in your heart. This conversation today is about my dad and what he taught me about light. He was an electrician when he left Iran when he was a young man and went to Paris to go study art at the Sorbonne. And he was always interested in light, which was no surprise that he then became a crystal designer and a lighting designer and went to Czechoslovakia to purchase crystal. And all of his chandeliers, the chandeliers that he designed, were made of Bohemian crystal. And whether it was candle holders or whether it was chandeliers on the ceiling, or whether it were things that were standing on people's tables or vases, lots of crystal. And he taught me how to design the crystals, and then he also taught me how to put them together. And every once in a while, I can't remember how often, but for me it was really often, because he would always say to me, Liana, you have to clean the light. And I couldn't understand what that meant. For example, when a light bulb was broken or it was dead, and he'd go inside the chandelier and try to exchange the light bulb, he would get really upset at our wonderful house angel for not cleaning the light in the light bulb. He would always clean the chandelier every 6 months or so. But he got really upset because when he unscrewed the light bulb and he brought it down, he showed it to me. I remember this like it was yesterday. And he said, look, Liana, you never let the light get dirty. Because if the light gets dirty and is all full of dust and grime, then the house will never look good. And you have to do the same thing with your own light, the light in your heart, the light in your smile, the light in other people. Clean the light, because it will send life to everything. So I say that to all of us today, because we forget to polish our chandelier. We forget to polish our light. We forget because it's up there, or sometimes we can't reach them, or sometimes it's too difficult to go get the ladder. The truth is, we all deserve it. We deserve it, and the people around us deserve it. We deserve to be there for one another, to work hard for one another, to go the extra mile and make the extra effort, and be able to go there with a silk scarf, even if it's a silk scarf, even if it's anything, even the expensive stuff. And I'm saying that to you because often when my grandchildren were little, and this is a conversation that I want to combine what you use to clean the light for someone and what you use of your own heart or your mind or your generosity to be there for another person. So cleaning the light doesn't mean you need Windex. Cleaning the light doesn't always mean you have to have the right tools. When my grandchildren were little, I used to take them to the playground, and often they would play, they'd get dirty. We'd have snacks. There were no more paper napkins. And you know me, I always have a scarf around my neck, or I always have something that's flowy. And I would use my scarves to wipe their noses, or wipe their tears, or wipe the dirt off their little fingers and hands before putting their shoes back on. So I say that to all of us because we always have something at our disposal to shine the light, to polish the light, to help another person out. We always have something. And we don't think about it like that. We don't think about the tools that we have at our disposal, whether it's kissing away a tear because you don't have a napkin, or whether sometimes it's just, using your sleeve to wipe the nose of a crying child. or whether it's just using a little bit of toilet paper to go wipe the glass clean or wipe the light bulb clean so that the room is sparkling with delicious, beautiful light that you get to flood it with because you made sure that there was no grime on the light bulb. So that's another one of the series of light. And I have many more stories, and they will all be coming up. So happy Sunday. I love you. Go tell me which corner of the universe you're lighting up today. I can't wait to see you and hug you and polish your light. Go sparkle your light everywhere. The world needs more of it. Happy Sunday. Bye.